Yo, what's going on? You already know, quick disclaimer, if you need help, go get help. I'm nobody professional. Just got an opinion, and it don't mean it's right, don't mean it's wrong. Also, thank you for any amount of time that you give me because, again, time is valuable. You can never get it back, so I appreciate it. Real quick, I'm just getting into this because I don't really got nothing planned. I just wanted to touch bases and speak about myself because I'm trying to start this whole YouTube channel thing. So if anybody is curious and wants to know, they have a little background on me. I don't know what to talk about, so that's why I haven't been uploading anything, because I don't want to just upload just to try to grow a fan base or upload just to be uploading. I want to upload to actually help people that genuinely need the help. I mean, if I never get more than 20 subscribers, whatever, but as long as those 20 people that watch my videos get something from it, that's all I really care about. And with me not really having a topic to talk about recently, one thing I do want to talk about is happiness again. Because recently I've been running into a few people that have seen me around. I do Instacart right now and Uber. So they see me walking through grocery stores, dancing, enjoying myself. And they've stopped me and asked me recently, like, hey, what do you do? I see you, you're always so happy. They just want to know why. And I want to start by trying to give a background about me, right? Because I'm not perfect by any means. And if you know me, especially when my younger days, I had a real bad attitude. I was very angry. I was snapping a moment. I fought a lot. I had so many fights growing up. And that's just part of my childhood. The moment that I started changing for myself was when I was 17. Long story short, because I'm not going to bore y'all with all the other crap, but I'm not perfect. I'm no saint. I've hurt people, and I had to grow and learn from the mistakes and things that I've done in my life. But again, to just quickly skip past all the boring stuff, the moment I started trying to do better for myself, I was 17 years old. And at that point, I had got expelled for the second time in my life. And this time when I got expelled, I hurt my girlfriend at the time, I hurt my mom, and I hurt my sister. I wasn't too upset with the whole situation, but the point is, since I hurt other people, it kind of affected me. It made me think about what I was actually doing. It made me realize that actions have consequences. So at that point, I decided to start to try to change myself, and for the better. I didn't do it for anybody else. I did it for me because I realized when I do things, people are going to see me for those things. And I did not want people looking at me in a negative connotation because I felt like I had a lot more to offer. If you know me, I've done a lot of music, a lot of rapping, something I'm really passionate about. I'm actually saving money right now to do some more stuff, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I didn't become this person overnight, okay? Nothing happens overnight, except for touching little cheeks. But nothing happens overnight. This has been years of dedication, years of sticking to the process, years of trying to understand who I am as a person and understand what I want and what I desire out of life. People mistake my happiness for attention. They mistake my happiness for maybe money. They maybe think I got everything figured out. None of these things are accurate at all. I've mentioned this previously before in another video, but I feel like true happiness is going to start with understanding who you are as a person. And I've been pretty consistent my entire life. The earliest memory I can recall is being about 10 years old, telling my mom something like, I want to do business, culinary arts, or some electrician job because I like money. I like Spanish girls, and I like to eat. I remember this when I was like 10 years old, and I'm 35 now. At this point, things are still consistent. It's the same. Like, things haven't changed. And the reason I'm happy myself, because again, I want to just share why I'm happy so maybe other people can find their own answers, because you're not going to be happy for the same reasons I'm going to be happy. Reason being, we are different people. And people are not realizing that we are similar. We have, similar needs. But at the end of the day, we are all individuals. And when you take time to understand yourself and learn yourself, it's easier to be happy because you're not chasing things that don't matter to you. You're not keeping up with the Joneses. You're not looking to see if the grass is green on the other side. You're happy with the grass that you have. Now, do I have money problems? Of course I have money problems. Do I have problems getting females? That's a problem too. Eating, sometimes I have eating issues. Sleeping issues, that's a big thing. Family, that's a real big issue with me because I'm very honest and I'm very upfront and I'm very blunt. If you know me, I'm very, very blunt. So a lot of times when people don't want to talk about certain situations and issues, there's a problem for me right there. That's the problem. I can't just fake and act like it didn't happen. I'm just not gonna do that because again, this is my life, which you have your life as well, but I can choose how to live my life like you can choose how to live yours. The reason I choose truth personally is because it takes work to lie. If I lie to you, I have to remember what I lied to you about. I don't care to do that. That's too much time and effort. I just don't want to. I'd rather hurt your feelings and let you know how I feel because with good information, you can make good decisions. If I'm lying to you, giving me all this bad information, you're gonna be thinking I like you, thinking we cool, this, that, and third, and then wondering why nobody's there for you. Things you gotta learn in life, right? Lessons. So me personally, I'm happy because if it's cold, I could turn the heat on. If it's hot, I could turn the air on. I don't have to worry about my boss telling me some stupid reason to do something that can be easily done in 5 minutes, but my boss wants me to do it in 20 minutes. Or my boss wants me to take 2 hours to do something that I can do in 10 minutes just because I have to do it a certain way. I'm not with all that. I've been in the military for 11 years, active duty and reserve, so I had to get out. I was getting too high in the ranks and was going to have subordinates under me, but I don't believe in teaching things that I don't believe in. Like went to the military and I got a paycheck and I did what I had to do to get out the hood and get out of my situation, but that was for me in my situation, what I was trying to do. That's not me teaching somebody else something I don't believe in, which I won't do. I hate when people say, do as I say, not as I do. That's nothing you're going to hear me say. You can do exactly what I do and you might get some progress. You might learn something. I hate, why would I preach that I know something and then contradict myself in the same sentence? Like, I'm not a hypocrite. Do as I say and as I do. I'm not going to do some crap that I don't believe in, and that's the same reason why I got the military. But again, I'm happy because I have the freedom to do what I want. I don't have my boss breathing down my neck. If I'm sick, I can stay home. If I want to work longer because I need the money, I can work longer. I recently got into some issues, and I can't really speak on this because I'm not into self-snitching on the internet. But after all these legal issues are cleared up, I definitely will go into detail. But I'm not perfect, and I don't want to portray the fact that I am perfect. But I am trying to be better than I was the day previously, and I am always trying to be a better version of myself. People are too caught up on how the world views them, and this standard they need to live by, and societal pressures. But all I'm concerned about is, as 35-year-old Najee, how am I compared to 33-year-old Najee? How do I compare to 28-year-old Najee? How do I compare to when I was 21? And this is how I process my thoughts. I don't care about what the next person's doing. I don't care about celebrities as well. And that's another thing too, right? We all were born at some point, and we all have to die at some point. As far as I'm concerned, that includes any celebrity, anybody with millions and billions of dollars. So I don't care about them. I really don't. And that's another reason why I'm consistent with no matter who I'm talking about or who I'm talking to, because I know what's important and what I value. You could talk about any celebrity, and I'm not going to really care that much. I may know a little information, but again, will I idolize these people? Never. They put on pants the same way I do. They fart the same way I do. They burp. They get sick. They go to sleep. They do the same things I do, just with more money. I'm not impressed by that. And again, another reason why I'm happy is because right now I have time. I have so much time. And I'm not saying like I can just do anything I want to do. I definitely have to still dedicate a lot of time to work. But outside of work, I can go to sleep when I want to. I wake up when I want to. I can work out at 3 o'clock in the morning if I want to. I can work at 3 in the afternoon. Eat food when I want to. Play with my dog when I want to. I can leave and go places when I want to. I'm about to actually take a trip back out to Chicago in a week or so just because I want to. So these are the things that I value, and I've always valued freedom, especially being in the military for so long, and we fight for so much freedom, but yet we do not have any type of freedom at all. And if anybody who's been in the military of any type of color or minority, you kind of know it's kind of a white man's feel. It's not meant for black people, but regardless, still make the best of it. It's no knock on the military, it just is what it is. The military is a big gang, the police system is a big gang, and that's just the truth. I mean, that's how I operate. So me being happy is it's just me realizing what I really wanted in life. Like, I think 3 years ago, what am I, 20, 30? Yeah, about 3 years ago, I was still in the military, and I got out because I wanted a family. I wanted a child before I got too old, because I understand that time is going to move regardless. People always say, I'm not going to waste my time, I'm not going to waste my time. Time is never getting wasted, it's getting used. But you need to choose how you're going to use it. You can use time poorly, or you can use time in a productive manner. And as I was 32, I think slowly about to turn 33, somewhere around that area, I was like, dude, I'm getting too old because I don't want to be taking care of a child when I'm 50, essentially. I want to still have my own life so I can get back to doing what I want to do, get back to going vacation, maybe still play some basketball. I actually want to still be able to interact with my children, not just rock them to sleep and stuff because I'm too old to do anything. So I made decisions for me, for my life, to get out because, again, when it's time for me to go, nobody can tag me in. Nobody can be like, oh, bro, you about to die tomorrow? I'll die for you. You know, that doesn't happen. So once I realized that, yeah, I'm here and this is fun, and every day seems like, you know, the next day, and it seems like, things just don't stop. It seems like it just continues. It's constant. It's just going and going. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next week. But then you realize at some point, like, I'm getting older. And you can never go back. I try to tell people all the time, like, you can have $100,000 right now and lose it. There are so many ways you can get it back. I literally cannot go back to tomorrow. And that's less than 24 hours. That time is valuable, very valuable. I know when we were younger, a lot of people always say you could do anything and be anything you want to be. And I feel like that statement was incomplete. That statement is true if you dedicate time and effort into what you want to do and what you want to be. And as children, a lot of us don't have the guidance we need to actually achieve these things. As a parent myself, we don't know what we're doing. There's no book, there's no guideline. You just kind of gotta figure it out as you go. The biggest thing I could tell anybody that's still young, that has time, use your time. Use it how you want, because it's going to keep going no matter what. Your time is going to always keep ticking. And being able to be 14, 15, 16, 17, all that stuff, 20, 21, 22, and you have the time to develop yourself, you really need to. And that can be anything. Like, for instance, myself, recently, I've been developing, I do Uber and Instacart, but sometimes I do Uber just so I can talk to people, so I can practice conversations, just so I can practice topics, just so I can practice certain topics and see how people respond to them. So I can practice certain ways to make people talk and give me information that they particularly wouldn't give me if I was just saying, hey, where do you go to work? What do you do tomorrow? I'm trying to find ways to just interact better, essentially just upgrade my social skills. Not even just that, but my confidence as well. Like, I'll go talk to people and I'm super nervous, but at the end of the day, I keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. It gets easier and easier. This is men, women, doesn't matter what it is, but I'm trying to develop myself, develop skill. I'm trying to develop my charisma. I'm trying to develop my speech, I guess. My speech was a lot better than what it is now, but a traumatic event changed that for me. And now I'm working on developing it back to the level it used to be. And if not just that level, actually exceeding that, because conversation is very important. Like I said, conversation is how you get information. And if you know me, again, I'm all about information. 0 plus 4 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So, and 5 minus 1 equals 4 for whatever, just for another example. But the point I try to say that is because if you are presented with a problem and you only know 2 plus 2 equals 4, your options are limited on how you're going to solve this problem. And I tell people this all the time when I say knowledge is power, and they whatever. But it really is, because people don't like to listen to other people. They think they know everything, but only a fool knows everything. And people always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say. I get that, and I understand that, and that's true. Sometimes people are very disrespectful in the way they say certain things. But them being disrespectful does not discredit the information they are giving you. That information can still be good even if it's presented in the wrong way. Yet, since you feel disrespected, you choose your ego over learning something new. And now somebody like me, who's going to push my ego aside and learn this information, I'm going to be ahead of you now. Because you chose not to learn something just because you didn't like the way they said it. Again, there's no knock on it. There's nothing wrong with that. But just know that you're limiting your growth because of your ego. And you will always have that. You can always have your ego to the day you die. So, I mean, if that's what you want to run with your ego. But I say these things again to say I'm not someone that's special. I'm someone who realizes the blatantly obvious things that are in front of us, because I'm not distracted by a lot of social media. I'm not distracted by scrolling all the time and who's the latest, hottest celebrity. I don't know what gossip is going on right now. I didn't even know it was a bug going on about the whole lettuce thing. I've been just trying to work on myself and do what's important for me. And right now, that's being the best man I can be for my daughter. I'm very consistent because every day I wake up, it's the same thing. I don't put anything past anybody. And if you expect anything, you're never caught off guard. So you just respond to it instead of reacting to it. Reactions are typically emotional. But if I respond because I got 17 different answers to solve this problem and you got 3, guess who's going to be a little bit more cool in the situation? And I learned all these things from people I talk to, whether that be somebody who's 10 years old, whether that be somebody who's 50 years old. You can learn from anybody if you want to. But that's the key. You have to want to learn. You have to be able to listen. The teachers are the best students because everyone starts as a student. You have to learn in order to be able to teach. And teachers know it so well that they can also help you. You can't learn nothing without listening. And a lot of people don't like to listen. Again, this video is all over the place, but I just want people to understand that I'm happy because I'm doing what works for me. I don't have any type of name brand, anything in this house. I can't even name a lot of name brands. I can just say Louis and Gucci or something like that, but it is not important to me. And it never will be. These things may be important to people around me, which may make me have to learn more about them and acquire some of these things. But for me, it would never be important to me because it's not something I value. I value time. I value the memories. I value nature. I mean, I just value freedom. Sometimes people are confused and say, well, this person has no problems. We all have problems. I don't care who you are. You have problems. People need to understand that you trade your problems out for the ones that you want. That's what we need to do. I have these money problems, but I'm okay with that. Right now, that's about the only problem I really got, honestly. I can't really think of too many other things that are really troubling me or bothering me. But as long as I go to work, I can fix that. Excuse me. So essentially, I'm very happy right now. And I can't be as happy as I can be right now, again, because of certain situations that I will speak on later. But Happiness is indeed a choice. There are so many things that's going on in my life, but I still choose to be happy because I want to be. I could choose to be angry too. The cup can be half empty or half full. Both of these statements can be true at the exact same time. But if you look at the cup as half empty, you're probably gonna have a more pessimistic view. If you look at the cup as half full, you're probably gonna be more optimistic. And again, it's just a mental thing. And a lot of people can't agree to disagree. And that's another reason why people are getting held back. You can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And it starts with understanding yourself, accepting your flaws. I have health problems going on and stuff like that. I have so many things going on. But I'm comfortable with myself. Every day I wake up, I love seeing me. I love looking at myself in the mirror. And I'm just motivated and excited and thankful that I am me. And I thank God for just being here with me all the time. There's so many things to be grateful for. I've seen people in wheelchairs, people with prosthetics, people that are blind, they can't see, people that's just old, people and it's no knock to be old. I'm gonna be old one day, but I'm saying they're old and they don't have as much time as I do. And I realized that just by looking at them like, damn, I got time and you don't. That's valuable. Some people don't have hair. Some people are just not even intelligent. Some people are just literally dumb. And I'm just like, bro, I'm glad I'm not stupid. Like, there's so many things that could be worse for me. So many things that could be worse. People always like, it could almost be better. It could be better. It could also be worse, though. There's so many things to be grateful for. And again, I'm not sitting here trying to list all these things because your values are different than my values. What I value is not going to be the same at all. But, man, I'm so blessed in so many ways that it's kind of selfish of me to even try to be upset at the minor things that trouble me from day to day. I just hope that more people can actually be happy and enjoy themselves and stop worrying about what society says about you, or worrying about how society views you. Because no matter how much money you get, no matter how attractive you are, ugly, funny, somebody will always like you and somebody will always hate you. And that's just the reality of it. It's so many people that just get mad at me just because I'm enjoying myself, walking around dancing, having a good time. Yet there are probably 10 times as more people that just walk up to me and be like, you made my day. Getting a little emotional right now because it makes me feel good. But like I said, people walk around they just mad. Like, especially a lot of men. They walk around, they're just mad at me, just mugging me. But the few that talk to me, as soon as I say something back to them, now we're cool. They just assume I'm stuck up or something like that. But I'm just not concerned about most things that other people are concerned about. I don't care about what political things are going on. I don't care about this celebrities, latest gossip. I don't care who the police got pulled over. These things are not important to me and they never will be. But that's because I know what is valuable to me. I took time to understand myself. I sat and think about things that I said, think about things that I've done, people I've talked to, ways things went down. I sat here and reflected on all these things, kind of like you do homework and then you go over the homework. I've been doing that since I've been 17. Over half my life, I've been reflecting. It's like I come home at the end of the day and then I just relist everything that happened. What did I say to this girl? What did I say to that guy? How did I respond? Why did this make me nervous? Why was I in a bad mood at this point in time? And that's with everything. It's practice. It's literally practice. Because the game called life, this is the game. And when people around you don't know they're competing, then it's easier to beat them. Eventually you start learning who is worth talking to and who's not. Where your time is valued and where it's not. And I'm still learning this all the time with each day. And then this is getting real long, so I don't want to continue it too much longer. So I'm going to end it. But you got to be happy because you want to be happy. And again, it's always your choice. And it starts with learning who you are and taking time for yourself. being by yourself. And you don't necessarily have to be by yourself. You could be in a car driving, just turn the radio off, just and think, reflect. You be at home right before you go to sleep. Instead of scrolling, take 5-10 minutes to just go over all the events that happen throughout the day. And it gets lonely once you start knowing who you are and stop tolerating a lot of BS that most people tolerate. I tell people no all the time, and they just look at me crazy. I'm like, bro, I'm not who you. I'm not these other people. Like, if I'm not trying to do it, I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you right then and there. We got a problem. We gonna figure it out right here, right now. Like, there's no in between with me. Like, that's just not the way I operate, and I understand that. Now, I don't impose my way on people. I let them be them. I understand sometimes I need to be quiet. I understand sometimes that these people need guidance. But again, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And these are skills that you need to develop in life that will actually help you. You get a lot more lonely. You get a lot more things done. You get more productive. You get more determined. You become more successful. Things become easier. But I mean, it's just part of the process, I guess. I tell people all the time, you're going to see way more ugly people than attractive people, way more poor people than rich people, every day. You might not know it, but it's every day. That's how it goes. I know I'm not like most people, and I don't want to be like most people. But I'm not that special. Even if there are a million other people like me, there's still people out there. It's just going to take time to find them. But I'm very honest. I'm very blunt. I don't like to waste my time. And that's the thing for me. So since I value my time, I won't even talk to certain people that are incredulous, because my time is valuable. And I'm not going to use my time in a inefficient way when I know the person ain't going to hear nothing I'm talking about. Things I still have to learn, because I've talked to people for hours over my lifetime trying to tell them, hey, this is why this is stupid. This is why this is wrong. This is why this hurts. You can influence somebody if you want to, and I'm done using my time to influence people. But no matter what you say, what you do, the end choice will always be up to the other person. The end choice, if they say yes, they say no, whatever, it's always up to them. Now, you can use your time to influence, like I've done before, arguing my way, talking this, saying this, thing. Not anymore. Not anymore. My time will not be used like that anymore. And yeah, I'm not the same person I used to be. I'm not nice anymore. I am mean. I am a lot more mean than I used to be, and I don't care. So I definitely cut people off quick, easy, and that's just what's continued to bring peace in my life. Like I said, I'm very peaceful. I'm very nice once you get to know me and talk to me. And yeah, that's it, man. I just don't waste my time anymore, because things that I did not see before, things that were hidden, are now in plain sight, and it's hard for me to not know what I know. Once I see it once, it's hard for me to ignore it. So I had new friends I've talked to within a week or so, and already I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to this person. I'm not holding up one-sided relationships anymore. Again, people have their own agendas, and there's so many people in the world that if 20 people don't want to talk to me, I'm pretty sure I can find 20 more that will want to talk to me. Yeah, man. I just wish somebody get something out of this. My next video will be a lot shorter, and it'd be more structured. But I just want to let people know that happiness is truly a choice, and it starts with understanding what makes you happy day to day. Because once you figure that out, can't nobody take it away from you. There's something that's internal. They can't take that. Yeah. Be happy, man. It's your choice. I'm gonna either work out right now or go to work again, because why not? I'm gonna holler at y'all.